From the rail out, that's Bell's victory for Tony Shadle alongside Brother Todd guides the two Whiskey Woman. Runway 3, that's Pixie Stardust for Steve Schoeffel. Out on the rim, wearing the 4, PA Patricia for Chris Shaw. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Terry Mays. There they go. They're all sweet. Start. Bell's victory down on the inside, gunning for the lead. Whiskey Woman comes away, dives into the pocket second. PA Patricia on the move for Chris Shaw, the early trailer, Pixie Stardust. They skid off the turn, Austria, Whiskey Woman, they're into the backside, Bell's victory. And Chris Shaw, he goes right on by the pocket, and he's looking for the lead. With PA Patricia, she's got a head up on the outside now, with Bell's victory back second. And Pixie Stardust, it's another 8 lengths off third, and back trotting at the end is Whiskey Woman. They went by the opening quarter in 29-2. They're in the far turn. PA Patricia trotting up a storm on the front end here, leads some 3 lengths on Bell's victory. Pixie Stardust inching closer third, about 8 lengths off and another 10 back to the trailer. Whiskey Woman as they come by the stands. PA Patricia, Chris Shaw, just a passenger here at the early going. They went by the half in 59-3. To the lower bend, PA Patricia just pounding along here with Bell's victory a much closer second now, right on her bumper. Go back 4. Pixie Stardust trots third and gaining, and at the end it's Whiskey Woman. They're off the turn into that long ride down to that side, being led by PA Patricia. Chris Shaw is sitting chilly in the sulky. Bell's victory in the pocket second, closing the gap third. Pixie Stardust, they go by 3/4 in 131. PA Patricia continues to lead. Bell's victory awaits her chance there for Tony Shadle, and in the mix now, Pixie Stardust is just 3 lengths off of the lead. It's PA Patricia. Chris Shaw hits the gas, opens up 2 on Bell's victory. Pixie Stardust is still third. They're all chasing. PA Patricia and Chris Shaw's led most of the way, and we'll get to the line in plenty of time. 2-1-2. And the official winner of the 6th race, we're in the green saddle pad, number 4. Please welcome PA Patricia. Sharp 2-year-old bay filly by Father Patrick out of the good mare Tamal Lux. Owned by Sandra Jean Peterson from New Paris, Pennsylvania, along with Alexis Shaw from Washington, Pennsylvania. Trained by Ashley Brown and driven to victory in the time of 2:01 2/5, and that is a new lifetime mark by Chris Shaw. Is also the 6th official of the 1 Bell victory finished 4th. The 3 Pixie Stardust finished 3rd, and the 4 PA Patricia race winner. The fractions opening quarter 29-2. They went by the half at 59 3/5. 3/4 in 131. Time for the mile 2:01-2. From the top down, it should read 2, 4, 3, 1 on the bottom. The time for the mile 2:01-2. On air, you can get around for the 7th race. We're looking for Snow Queen Hanover, Drinks on Olivia, Sueta, and Money Money. When you're ready.
Well, if we can't get, I'm even tempted to call the race on TV right here.
Well, Jason is calling the race. We hope you get to hear it soon. But here, they're going to the post for race 2.
two divisions of the Pennsylvania Star State for 2-year-old fighting fillies in Group A. They go for a purse of $5,300 against Spokane, Hanover. From Todd Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, and Jim Simpson from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Todd Shadle drives. The two, Drinks on Olivia, owned by Wayne Long and Joyce Langley. They're from Camden, Delaware. And it is Wayne Long, trucking. The three is Sueta, owned by the 518 Group, LLC, Middlefield, Ohio. Brian Smith, Denison, Ohio. And John J. Schleyback, Millersburg, Ohio. Steve Shuffle drives. And running up the field, number 4, Money Money, owned by Bruce and Tanya Shadle from nearby Sacramento, Pennsylvania. Steve Shuffle, Tony Shadle will drive.
Let's turn your goof Wayne up down there. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Wayne might not.
Yeah, we picking on them guitars, just
He's still gaining ground again.
Steve Shuffle out on the rim comes Money Money for Tony Shadle. Gate swings into the stretch for starter Terry Mays. 2-year-old trotting fillies, sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania. There they go. And they're all sweet spots. Great between horses. Quickly out for the lead. Money Money away second, and Money Money now drops into the 2-hole with Snow Queen Hanover alertly away third. Go back about 4 lanes to the trailer. Drinks on Olivia. They're off the back, into the backside. It's Sueta up on the front end. Company calling. Here comes Snow Queen Hanover with a rush for Tom Shadle. Tony Shadle's got Money Money well spotted in third. And at the end is Drinks on Olivia. They go by the opening quarter. Now in the pocket second, that's Snow Queen Hanover, close up third, Money Money. And closing the gap at the end, Drinks on Olivia. They're all chasing Sueta, who's up on the front end, tight length over Snow Queen Hanover. Money Money and Impatient Tony Shadle gliding along third. And now a much closer fourth is Drinks on Olivia, well within striking range, just 5 off the leader. That leader, Sueta, showing the way here. 101 and 1. Half mile. Sueta leads him into the lower bend with Snow Queen Hanover right there second. Money Money glides along third and Drinks on Olivia. They move off the turn. It's Sueta in the front. Company calling. Pop in the pocket. Snow Queen. tricks on Olivia. And they coming to a boil down the backside. New leader, Snow Queen Hanover, takes about 3/4, 131 and 4. Leads them into the far bend. They're looking to extend that lead. On to be second now, Money. Sueta back to third and way back to Drinks on Olivia. Snow Queen Hanover has opened up some daylight here, brings a 6-length lead to the top of the stretch. Money is doing her best, but it looks like it's second best because nobody's going to get to the leader. That's the Snow Queen Hanover in front. Wearing the red saddle pad number 1. Please welcome. Simpson from Hanover, Pennsylvania, trained by Todd Shadle and driven to victory in a time of 2:01 by Todd Shadle. Results official, the 1 Snow Queen Hanover, the race winner. The 2 Drinks on Olivia finished 4th. 3 Sueta finished 3rd. And the 4 Money was 2nd. Fractions opening quarter 30 and 1. They went by the half in 101 and 1/5. 3/4 131 and 4. The top of the mile 2:01 for the top mile. Time for the mile 2:01. Barn area, you can get them around for the 8th race. We're looking for Specs, RT Smooth Sailing, Rough and Rowdy, Punchin' Preacher, and BCT. Main forces are on the track at post parade for the 8th race of the afternoon. This is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 2-year-old trotting colts in Group B, going for a purse of $2,750. Number 1 is Specs, owned by Ellen Warren, Marydale, Delaware, and Bob Kroninsky Jr., Butler, Pennsylvania. The driver is Eric Neal. 2 is RT Smooth Sailing, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania. 3, Rough and Rowdy, owned by Sandra Jean Peterson, New Paris, Pennsylvania, Alexa Shaw, Washington, Pennsylvania. Chris Shaw gets the call. The 4 is Punchin' Preacher, owned by Wayne Long and Joyce Langmuir there from Camden, Delaware. Wayne Long sits the sulky. And running out the field, number 5, BCT, owned by Bruce Shadle from nearby Sacramento, Pennsylvania. Tony Shadle sits the sulky. 5 2-year-old trotting colts. They'll score once and head right to the gate.
They'll pace the final turn and head for home. Big Bad Whammo with the lead here. Out pops YS Do It Right after a perfect trip. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Delaware, Ohio. From the inside, Big Bad Whammo with the lead. YS Do It Right to the outside, racing in second and looking to go right on by. And now way out wide, Stone Cold Blue Chip at the wire. YS Do It Right wins the Terry Holden Youth Driving Series. Time of the mile, 1:54, 3/5.
From the rail out, Specs for Eric Neal, alongside Bobby Roger, guides the 2, RT Smooth Sailing. For runway 3, Rough and Rowdy for Chris Shaw. Further out, Wayne Long's got Punchin' Preacher. Out on the rim, wearing the 5, it's BCT for Tony Shadle. Gate swings into the stretch. 2-year-old trotting colts, revved up, ready, here you go. There are RT Smooth Sailing in the inside, gunning for the lead with Rough and Rowdy alongside second. These 2 dive into the turn from the far outside. BCT away in third. Punchin' Preacher next in line, 4th. Specs is the early trailer as they move off the turn. They're into the backside. Rough and Rowdy looking for the lead, can't quite clear. RT Smooth Sailing. And now Rough and Rowdy clears to the front. RT Smooth Sailing off for the pocket trip second. 2 back to BCT, who rides along third. Another 5 to Punchin' Preacher. The trailer is Specs. The opening quarter was in 31 seconds flat. They're into the far turn the first time. Rough and Rowdy up on the front. Sitting pocket second. That's RT Smooth Sailing. Closer third is BCT. Closing the gap fourth. Punchin' Preacher. At the end is Specs. 6 lanes front to back. Off stride went Punchin' Preacher. Chris Shaw with Rough and Rowdy gliding along on front end here. The half was 102 and 2. Leads him into the lower turn with RT Smooth Sailing stuck like glue. BCT and a patient Tony Shadle next in line third. Specs come a long way. Now just 4 lengths off of the leader in fourth. And then Punchin' Preacher. The field bunches up as they move off the turn. It's Rough and Rowdy on the front end. RT Smooth Sailing continues along in second. BCT and Tony Shadle take to the outside, looking to improve their chances. Specs is right in the mix fourth. And then it's Punchin' Preacher, 3/4 in 134 and 3. And they're into the far turn. Final time, Rough and Rowdy BCT trying to advance his case on the outside. RT Smooth Sailing saving every inch, and then it's Specs and Punch and Preachers at the end. Top of the stretch, Rough and Rowdy's led most of the way, still leads a tight lane. BCT bearing down on him in the center track. It's Rough and Rowdy under a stiff drive. BCT trying to get to him, too little, too late. Rough and Rowdy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, up in front of the stand is the official winner of the 8th race wearing the white saddle pad. And number 3, please welcome Rough and Rowdy. 2-year-old bay gelding by International Money out of the good mare Raspberito. Owned by Sandra Jean Peterson, New Paris, Pennsylvania, along with Alexa Shaw, Washington, Pennsylvania. Trained by Ashley Brown. Driven to victory in a time of 2:07 flat by Chris Shaw. Results of the 8th official, the 1 Specs finished 5th, the 2 RT Smooth Sailing was 4th, 3 Rough and Rowdy a race winner, the 4 Punch and Preacher finished 3rd, and the 5 BCT finished 2nd. Fractions were opening quarter 31 flat. They went by the half in 102 2/5. 3 quarters in 134 3. Time for the mile 2:07. From the top down, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2 on the bottom. Time for the mile 2:07. The barn area to get around for the ninth. We need My Sweet Becky, 96 Tears, Hollywood Smile, Karma is My Boyfriend, and Dark Sky. When you're ready. the second B, they go for a purse of $2,750. Number one is My Sweet Becky. Dave Brickle gets the call. The two is 96 Tears, owned by Zan and Zach Kaiser, New Oxford, Pennsylvania. Zach Kaiser will drive. 3 is Hollywood Smile, owned by Bob Kronitsky Jr., Butler, Pennsylvania. Eric Neal does the driving today. The 4 Karma is My Boyfriend, owned by Jennifer Johnston, Wampum, Pennsylvania. Aaron Johnston Steers. The 5 is Dark Sky, owned by Todd and Christine Shadle, nearby Spring Glen, Pennsylvania. Or with Caitlin Solt, she's from right here in Gratz, and it is Todd Shadle at the wheel. Phillies away on their first and only score. Then we get a good look at Hollywood Smile for Eric Neal, My Sweet Becky, and Dave Brickle. There goes 96 Tears for Zach Kaiser, Todd Shadle with Dark Sky. Karma is My Boyfriend, Aaron Johnston. 5 2-year-old pacing fillies making their way to the backside. Starter Charlie Mays, he waits. He'll sort them out, get them ready for
Racing there.
Yeah. Racing fillies up and in position now to gates in motion. From the rail out, My Sweet Becky, Dave Brickle alongside. Zach Kaiser guides the 2, 96 Tears. Between horses wearing the 3, that's Hollywood Smile for Eric Neal. Further out, Karma is My Boyfriend, and Aaron Johnston. Out on the rim, Dark Sky wears the 5 for Todd Shadle. 2-year-old pacing fillies ripped up, ready, yeah. They're all far outside, Dark Sky. Karma is My Boyfriend, down on the rail, My Sweet Becky between horses, 96 Tears. It's a wild ride to the start there. Dark Sky from the far outside clears to the front. My Sweet Becky in the pocket second on the move. Karma is My Boyfriend for Aaron Johnston. Then it's 96 Tears and 3 more back to the trailer. Hollywood Smile. Here down the backside is Dark Sky with the rail and the lead. Goes by the opening quarter in 29-4. And now Karma is My Boyfriend after a long grind. He clears to the front. Dark Sky back out of the pocket to retake the lead there. Karma is My Boyfriend back to second with My Sweet Becky watching the action there from third. And then there's a 96 Tears and Hollywood Smile at the end. They come by the stands the first time. Dark Sky pounding it out here for Todd Shadle. Karma is My Boyfriend right there second. My Sweet Becky next in line third. Whip is up on 96 Tears. The trailer, Hollywood Smile. They went by the half in a minute and 4/5. They're into the lower turn. Final time. Dark Sky continues to pound it out. Karma is My Boyfriend rages in the pocket second. 2 back. My Sweet Becky third, followed by 96 Tears fourth. Another 5 to the trailer. Hollywood Smile. Dark Sky. Todd Shadle looking for the gas pedal, trying to get away from Karma is My Boyfriend. Not happening. 3/4 in 132-1. Dark Sky continues to lead. Patient at the rail second is Karma is My Boyfriend and Aaron Johnston. 2 back. My Sweet Becky third. 96 Tears in with a chance there fourth. And then it's Hollywood Smile. They move off the turn. Dark Sky. Todd wants a little more. Might need it. Here comes Karma is My Boyfriend out of the pocket to challenge. It's Dark Sky all out on the inside. Karma is My Boyfriend looking to wear him down. Dark Sky. Karma is My Boyfriend. Here's the line. Very tight. Very tight on the line. The official winner of the 9th race wearing the green saddle pad and number 4. Please welcome Karma Is My Boyfriend. 2-year-old brown filly by Heston Blue Chip out of the good mare Tremor Hanover. Owned by Jennifer Johnston from Wampum, Pennsylvania, trained by Aaron Johnston. Driven to victory at a time of 2:04 and 4/5. And that is a new lifetime mark by Aaron Johnston. Results of the 9th official, the 1 My Sweet Becky finished 5th. The 2 96 Tears finished 3rd. The 3 Hollywood Smile was 4th. The 4 Karma Is My Boyfriend, the race winner. And the 5 Dark Sky finished 2nd. Fractions opening quarter 29 and 4. Went by the half a minute, 4/5. 3/4 in 1:32 and 1. Time for the mile 2:04 and 4/5. From the top down, it should read 5, 3, 4, 1, 2 on the bottom. Time for the mile 2:04 and 4/5. Barn area, you can get them out for the 10th. We're looking for Better's Rumor, Kiss Me Stranger, and Keen on Yasmin. Just a reminder, the 4 Glorious Morning has been scratched from the upcoming 10th race.
Okay, we're getting ready to go to the gate.
We had one horse we didn't mention. The one horse, Michael Arnold, will drive His Glory, 4-year-old creatine Marion Chump train. So good luck to His Glory.
Sponsored by the Hatfield Stables. Field of 8. Move it in, move it up, and move it in. The gate swing to the top of the stretch, and here they come in Delaware, Ohio. break the one, his glory before the start. They're all fan trotting and firing for the lead from the inside. There goes T-Bar, middle of the racetrack. Irish Coffee off stride went stone throw away. Coming away racing in third, Magical Muscle Man. Inside, racing in fourth, Cassis Lane. Looking to angle to the pylons, racing in fifth, up and away, Blue Chip. A gap at 6.5, 7 lengths. Back there trotting in sixth is Western Swan. Another big gap there. Racing in seventh. That's stone throw away. In eighth and trailing the field as they march by that opening quarter in 27 3/5. As they trot into that far turn for the first time, being led up top by Irish Coffee. Irish Coffee is out there wing-dinging it, leading it by 3. As they pass the stand for the first time, heading on over to the half, leading the way, Irish Coffee with it by 2.5, 3 lengths, rolling into the payoff half. Outside, racing in second, Magical Muscle Man. Inside in third, that's T-Bar, followed in fourth by Cassis Lane. Fifth, that's up and away, Blue Chip, a huge gap to the outside in seventh. Sixth there, stone throw away. Seventh is Western Swan. At eighth and trailing the field, His Glory. They were halfway home there as they trot down the backside in the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association, and up top of the lead, Irish Coffee. Been there every step of the way. To the outside, racing in second, Magical Muscle Man. They trotted 3/4 in 1:26 and 2/5. They'll trot the final turn and head for home. Irish Coffee with the lead here. To the outside, Magical Muscle Man. Watching over these doing leaders from third, that's T-Bar, and ready to be sent up 3 high. Cassis Lane to the top of Heartbreak Lane. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Delaware, Ohio. Irish Coffee from the inside is trying to battle back to the outside. Magical Muscle Man. Magical Muscle Man. Big mile in front. Very close for second between the 2, T-Bar, and the 5, Irish Coffee. And it was the 6, Cassis Lane. Time of the mile, 1:57 and 1.
Like that, getting everybody
Good afternoon. This is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 2-year-old pacing fillies in Group B, going for a purse of $2,700. Number 1 better's Runer. This filly is under lease to Suzanne Neal from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and it is Eric Neal in the sulky. The 2 is Kiss Me Stranger, owned by Bob Kroniski Jr., Butler, Pennsylvania. Aaron Johnston drives. 3 is Keen on Yasmin, owned by Vukar Farms, LLC. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Pete Kaiser sits the sulky. The 4, Glorious Morning, has been scratched. Short field of 3. They'll score once in front of the stands, and then it's right to the gate. motion. From the rail out, Better's Rumor for Eric Neal. Between horses, Kiss Me Stranger wears the 2 for Aaron Johnston. Out on the rim, wearing the 3, that's Keen on Yasmin, Pete Kaiser. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Terry Mays. 3-year-old Pacing Filly is sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up, heavy hitting. Sweet start. There's Rumor down along the inside. Kiss Me Stranger alongside second. And 3 high into that turn is Keen on Yasmin. Better's Rumor that comes away with the lead, hugging the rail there. Kiss Me Stranger looks to wrangle herself into the pocket second. Keen on Yasmin is still on the outside there, yet third, trying to make up his mind. And Keen on Yasmin wrangle back to the back of the pack, just 2 lengths off of the leader. The leader is Better's Rumor. Opening quarter in 30 and 3/5. Sitting a loose pocket second, that's Kiss Me Stranger, and another length and a half back to Keen on Yasmin. 4 lanes front to back, being led here by Better's Rumor. Eric Neal calling the shots. Content to draft along second, that's Kiss Me Stranger. Keen on Yasmin right there with him in third. No movement yet. Better's Rumor continues to lay down the fractions, and they appear to be honest enough. Kiss Me Stranger gliding along second with Keen on Yasmin. They went by the half in 101 and 1/5. In the lower bend, Better's Rumor. Gliding along here for Eric Neal. The lead is 2 now over Kiss Me Stranger. Pete Kaiser gets the notion, puts it in motion, and guides this one to the outside, up after the leader. That leader, Better's Rumor, continues to lead. A much closer second now is Keen on Yasmin, 2 lengths back, and then it's Kiss Me Stranger, 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. They into the final bend, the final time, Better's Rumor, and taking it right to her. There's Keen on Yasmin, looking to improve her chances. Big gap back to Kiss Me Stranger third. They're at the top of the stretch, and Better's Rumor is led every step of the way. Leads a length and a half now over Keen as Yasmin, who's in the center track coming after that one. Better's Rumor digging deep. Keen on Yasmin can't get to her. Better's Rumor. 2:01 to 3. Now is the official winner of the 10th race, wearing the red saddle pad number 1. Please welcome Better's Rumor. Sharp 2-year-old bay filly by Better's Wish, out of the good mare Faster and a Rumor. This filly is under lease to Suzanne Neal from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, trained by Randy Neal. Driven a victory in the time of 2:01 and 3/5. And that is a new lifetime mark by a week and a half. In the sulky, that was results of the 10th official. The 1 Better's Rumor, your race winner. The 2 Kiss Me Stranger finished third. The 3 Keen on Yasmin finished second, and the 4 Glorious Morning was scratched. Fractions opening quarter 30 and 3. Went by the half in 1:01 and 1/5. 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. Time for the mile 2:01 and 3/5. From the top down, 1, 3, 2 on the scratch on the bottom. Time for the mile 2:01 and 3. on is Sister Patty, owned by Ellen Warren, Marydale, Delaware, Bob Kuninsky, Butler, Pennsylvania, and it is Aaron Johnston in the Sulky. The two is Await Your Fate, owned by the NBC Stables LLC, Beach Lake, Pennsylvania, Richard Dunn from Holmesdale, Pennsylvania, being guided by Tony Shadle. 3 RT Pretty Girl, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania, Eric Neal Drive. The 4 is RT Alley Cat, owned by Brocious Racing Stable, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania, Dave Brickle sits the sulky. And rounding out the field, number 5, Miriam's Warrior, owned by Pillarstone Farms, Glen Campbell, Pennsylvania, and Aylin Martin for Wayne Long, Mills Drive. Trotting fillies are making their way to the backside. Starter Terry Mays waits. He'll sort them out and get them ready for the start.
Last race tomorrow is the 2-horse field.
Girl Eric Neal, alongside stablemate RT Alley Cat for Dave Brickle. Out on the rim, wearing the 5, Miriam's Warrior for Wayne Long. The gate wheels into the stretch for starter Terry Mays, 2-year-old trotting fillies, sire here in the great state of Pennsylvania. There they go. They're off. Into the lower turn. Sister Patty alongside. RT Alley Cat. These two slug it out for the early lead with Miriam's Warrior, maybe 8 lengths further back third. Then it's RT, a Pretty Girl, and at the end it's Await Your Fate. And they're midway down the backside, the issue's been settled. And it is RT Alley Cat and Dave Brickle up on the front end here. Sitting in the lead pocket second, that is Sister Patty trying to close the gap third. Wayne along with Miriam's Warrior. Then it's Await Your Fate and way back to RT Pretty Girl at the end. They're midway around the turn, come up in front of the stands the first time. RT Alley Cat showing the way. Sister Patty close to third. And then it's Await Your Fate and the trailer is RT Pretty Girl. They're into the lower turn. Final time with RT Alley Cat and Brickle hits the gas pedal, scoots off some 3 lengths now on Sister Patty. Miriam's Warrior finds her best stride, closing the gap third, and Await Your Fate in the mix fourth. Big gap back to the trailer. RT Pretty Girl midway down the backside. RT Alley Cat. Now Aaron Johnston pops the pocket with Sister Patty. These two match strides by 3/4. Miriam's Warrior also on the move for Wayne Long. 2 more to Await Your Fate and way back to RT Pretty Girl. And they're into the final bend, and it's Sister Patty in the inside, Miriam's Warrior alongside second. These two match strides, Await Your Fate come a long way, third and gaining ground. Then it's RT Alley Cat and RT Pretty Girl. They're top of the stretch. Sister Patty, Miriam's Warrior powering up in the center track. Sister Patty, plenty of pony here. Yep, I missed the And now, ladies and gentlemen, after a well-deserved victory lap, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the 11th race. We're in the red saddle pad, number 1, Sister Patty. 2-year-old bay filly by Father Patrick out of the good mare Winky's Bolo. Owned by Ellen Warren, Marydale, Delaware, and Bob Kruditsky, Butler, Pennsylvania. Trained by Bob Kruditsky Jr. and driven to victory at a time of 2:05 and 3/5. And that is a new lifetime mark by a week and a half. The driver, Aaron Johnston. Okay. So what are we waiting on? Results of the 11th official. The 1, Sister Patty, your race winner. The 2, Await Your Fate, finished 3rd. The 3, RT Pretty Girl, finished 5th. The 4, RT Alley Cat, was 4th. And the 5, Miriam's Warrior, finished 2nd. Fractions opening quarter in 31 flat. They went by the half in 103. 3/4 of 135 and 2. Time for the mile 2:05 and 3/5. From the top down, it should read 1:35.42 on the bottom. Time for the mile 2:05 and 3. In the barn area, you can get around for the 12th. We're looking for Destined to be a Dud, Mercurial Hanover, Lion Unleashed, and Regina's Wish. When you're ready. 12th race of the afternoon. This is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 2-year-old pacing colts in Group B, going for a purse of $2,700. Owned by Steve Wright from Butler, Pennsylvania. The driver is Tony Shadle. The 2 Mercurial Hanover, owned by NBC Stables LLC, Beach Lake, Pennsylvania, along with Richard Dunn from Holmesdale, Pennsylvania. Eric Neal gets the call. The 3 is Lion Unleashed, owned by George Pushnock, Indiana, Pennsylvania, being guided by regular pilot Dave Brickle. And rounding out the field, number 4, Regina's Wish, owned by Marcus Schmucker, Spencerville, Indiana. Steve Fedokovitz gets the call. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of the afternoon. Racing resumes tomorrow. Post time 12 noon. The 3-year-olds are here tomorrow, the sophomore class of 2025. 10 races on tap. Now to the business at hand. Here we get a good look at Lion Unleashed for the lion tamer himself, Dave Brickle. Steve Fedokovitz with Regina's Wish. Tony Shadle, Destined to be a Dud. And Eric Neal got his hands full of Mercurial Hanover. Short field of 4, 2-year-old pacing colts making their way to the backside. For Terry Mays, he'll sort them out, get them ready for the start. So Terry ain't here tomorrow, but we got to have Junior Martin. And I think facing colts in the final race of the day, up and in position now to gates in motion. From the rail out, Destined to be a Dud for Tony Shadle alongside Eric Neal guides the 2 Mercurial Hanover. Runway 3, Lion Unleashed for Dave Brickle. Out on the rim, Fedokovitz with Regina's Wish. They're all destined to be a dud, hustle away and down on the inside. Lion Unleashed alongside to turn up the heat. Mercurial Hanover down at the rail 3rd. The early trailer is Regina's Wish as the field safely around the opening bend. Destined to be a dud leads them into the backside with Lion Unleashed. A Dream Trip right in the pocket 2nd. Mercurial Hanover next to line 3rd. Regina's Wish is at the end. 5 lanes front to back being led here by Destined to be a Dud. Pounded out here for Tony Shadle, opening quarter 31-2. Lead him into the far turn. Destined to be a Dud. Sitting loose pocket 2nd. Lion Unleashed. Mercurial Hanover now about 3 lanes further back 3rd, followed by Regina's Wish. But it's Destined to be a Dud up on the front end here, gliding along for Tony Shadle. Lion Unleashed, a Dream Trip 2nd. On the way from the back of the pack with Regina's Wish. Mercurial Hanover is at the end. Destined to be a Dud, and now leads about a half. They go there 101, 3/5 into the lower turn, final time. Destined to be a Dud. Sitting in the pocket 2nd, a patient Dave Brickle with Lion Unleashed. Regina's Wish come a long way for Tony Fedokovitz, now just 4 lengths off. Time Destined to be a Dud. Looking to go coast to coast here for Tony Shadle. Lion Unleashed. Not quite keeping close. Pocket 2nd. And Regina's Wish under a drive 3rd. Then it's Mercurial Hanover 3/4 in 131-4 into the final turn. Destined to be a Dud. Tony Shadle finds the gas pedal here. Scoots off, opens up 4. On Lion Unleashed. Regina's Wish can't stay with them, and Mercurial Hanover trails. Top of the stretch, looking to go all the distance. Destined to be a dud. Brings a 4-length lead to the top of the lane. Lion Unleashed doing his best, but it's second best. It's destined to be a dud. 202 and 1. Number 1, please welcome Destined to be a Dud. Owned by Stephen Wright, Butler, Pennsylvania, trained by Gary Johnston, and driven to victory in the time of 2:02 and 1/5, and that is a new lifetime mark by Tony Shadle.
I'll explain it to you.
Results of the 12th official, the 1 Destined to be a Dud, the race winner. The 2 Mercurial Hanover finished 4th. The 3 Lion Unleashed finished 2nd. The 4 Regina's Wish finished 3rd. Fractions opening quarter 31 and 2. They went by the half in 101 and 3/5. 3 quarters in 131 and 3. Time for the mile was 2:02 and 1. From the top down, 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. The time for the mile 2:02 and 1/5. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this afternoon's racing program. Racing resumes tomorrow, post time 12 noon. The 3-year-olds will be here. Post time 12 noon. There are 10 races on tap tomorrow. Hope to see you all back for that. Until then, we'd like to thank the fans for your support and the horsemen for their cooperation. Until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your day. You're at the great Gratz Fair.